Canada began preparing targeted retaliatory tariffs, carefully selecting American goods that would have the greatest political and economic impact. The goal was to send a clear signal that any action against Canada would have real consequences. The strategy was calculated: create pressure on American lawmakers by targeting products from their districts, especially those in swing states or regions vital to the U.S. economy. This approach aimed to turn domestic political pressure back onto Washington. Canada, though smaller in size and population, showed it had leverage and wouldn't be pushed around. The country's leaders emphasized unity and resilience, determined to protect Canadian jobs and industries. The government argued that U.S. tariffs violated the spirit, and perhaps the letter, of long-standing trade agreements like NAFTA and its successor, USMCA. Canada insisted that fair trade was a cornerstone of the relationship. By preparing a strong response, Canada asserted its sovereignty and its right to fair, rules-based trade. The government's actions reassured Canadians that their interests would be defended on the world stage. The talk of countermeasures was more than rhetoric. It was a calculated move in a diplomatic chess match, where every decision could tip the balance of power and shape the future of North American trade. Both sides braced for escalation, knowing the economic pain would be shared. Markets reacted with uncertainty, and businesses on both sides of the border began to prepare for possible disruptions. The standoff was set, each side calculating its next move in a high-stakes confrontation, with livelihoods and political futures hanging in the balance. The world watched as two close allies edged closer to a trade war, uncertain of what the next chapter in this unfolding drama would bring. Economists quickly warned the tariffs could backfire, hurting American consumers most. Tariffs act as a tax on imports, and those costs are usually passed to consumers through higher prices. The Midwest, reliant on Canadian oil, faced the brunt. Refineries would pay more, and so would drivers and businesses. The ripple effect: higher fuel costs, pricier goods, and rising transportation expenses. The 25% tariff on other Canadian goods threatened to raise costs on everything from cars to groceries. Experts feared this would fuel inflation, undermining the prosperity tariffs were meant to protect. The consensus: a trade war with Canada risked making life more expensive for Americans. The path to economic strength, analysts argued, didn't run through tariffs on America's closest trading partner. As tensions rose, analysts noted Canada's powerful leverage control over its oil exports. Even the threat of reducing oil flow to the U.S. rattled markets and exposed a critical American vulnerability. The integrated North American energy market, once a strength, now revealed a strategic weakness. If Canada cut supply, Midwest